Howdy, hi there again, friends and neighbors. It's the Hippie Cardist once again, and we're here with part 4 of my top 10 uniquely different decks of cards. And today is spot number 2 on the top 10 countdown. Yes, so far we've seen 8 other decks and their same general grouping that take up the top 8 positions between 10 and 3. This is tier 2, basically second place. But these cards are definitely not made for playing and would probably have a limited performance value based on the nature that they are such a dark card. Basically, you would have to play them in a well lit area to have them be effectively scanned by your spectators. And a lot of times you don't want bright lights surrounding you when you do a sleight. And but the decks are in number 2 position nonetheless because they are very unique. And Albino Dragon is the parent company that does the design work on these. And Bicycle did a companion deck without intending to do a companion deck to one of them. These two decks are the Alien from the movie Alien and the Call of Cthulhu, which is engineered by H.P. Lovecraft. And they did a companion deck to it called the Necronomicon deck. And I don't think they intended it to be a companion volume to it because the artwork is so vastly different from each other. It'll be obvious when you see them. First, we're going to take a look at the cards. Alien, the Albino Dragon, did these cards. These are great decks of cards, but they're not really something you would use playing in a game of hearts, spades, or even poker. This was one of the decks that I've got that utilizes two picture cards together to make a picture. This is the alien ship at the beginning of the first Alien movie that they stumble onto on the planet, where they found the eggs and the guy had the face hugger stuck to him, etc. et al. And then the cards have nice looking pips, and the way they're done is good. There's a Joker with the egg sac opening, and there's a Joker with the egg sac closed. Then there's a king. I guess it's supposed to be the head drone, the guy that impregnates the queen, gets his head bit off. And they're pretty enough, but the court cards are such that most people would be put off by them if you tried to use them in a game or performing with them. And most people would be, there's a face hugger. Most people would be kind of put off by them just because of their dismal nature. But as a collector's item, they are definitely unique, spot on, and cool. I hereby pronounce it. The other one is the Call of Cthulhu. Now, Cthulhu is a mythos that H.P. Lovecraft came up with. He was like the 20th century version of Edgar Allan Poe. And he came up with this mythos of these evil other ones that are living out between the stars, in between the spaces. And this is a portrait of him. I don't know if it's mirroring it or what. If it's right side up, I hope so. But that's a portrait of H.P. Lovecraft on the back of one side, and a listing of all the demonic entities represented in the court cards on the other. Definitely don't want to lose that. And you get a double backer and jokers that are definitely decidedly out of the dark side of the imagination. And then you get extremely detailed and customized cards all the way through the deck. The court cards are the name of these entities are on that card. The other down here. It's a remarkable. It's a very beautiful deck. It's just definitely not something you'd want to play a 5 card stud or hearts with. It would kind of freak out your friends. What do you bid? I gotta go. And the other deck that comes in with this bunch here is the Necronomicon deck. Now all decks perform equally well. They fan beautifully, have pretty good patterns when you fan them. The back designs on these cards are smoking. And the front design, the only thing I didn't like about this deck was that they had that dark background with the white border around it. Look, and it distracts you from the subtleties of the suit pips in a major way. But other than that, I got no fault with the cards. They perform well. They spread. They Pharaoh. They do giant fans really good. And along with the alien cards, they are definitely worth adding to your collection. See, the alien cards have a funky pattern when you fan them too. But they're definitely worth adding to your collection. Performing with these cards would probably be a waste of time unless you did it in a well-lit room because nobody would understand what they were looking at, especially with the Necronomicon deck. That would blow most people away, bro. Well, this is the hippie cardist saying until next time when you see the #1 pick on my odd and unique decks. So until then, may your days be full of magic.